Chris Doherty, coming to you guys live in our Chelmsford, Massachusetts office. Going live on YouTube, we're going live on Facebook, going live on Instagram, and we are going to kick off today a training, pretty powerful, about how to get more buyers. If that's what you want to know, right? And so let me just do something here. Let me do a couple of things here for you guys. All right, first, let's go over the trainings that we've done so you guys have a good sense of where we've been. Let me pull up my my right screen, and then I'll share it with all of you, and then we can kind of kick into this. Give me a second. I got a lot of boxes open. All right, let's see. Close this. Close this. I'm just closing out right now a whole bunch of unneeded boxes for the training. So then we can kick in. I want to do an overview for you guys of where we've been and where we're going to finish the year strong. All right. Just close these down. That's great. All right. Okay. So you want to know the simple trick. How do I get more buyers? What's the strategy? There's a few tried and true methods, and then there's some technology methods we can help you about. But like I do every time, before we go there, let me share my screen with you guys. And let's talk about where we've been in the classroom so you can see how much progress we've had over the year. So we pull up, I'm sharing our screen, and let's just start from the beginning. For your new agents, for your seasoned agents, how to get more deals. Right now, I just posted at 35 million for the year. I should hit close to 50 for my personal performance. The company will be close to 200 million by doing strategies and techniques, which we're teaching all of you. So sometimes I amaze myself how much content I give out to the world, but that's the commitment to teach other people. So we started in December, believe it or not. We're almost 1 year with this course. And we talked about setting up your business properly, okay? Setting up your business structure so that you do it in the beginning the right way so you don't have to change as you grow, getting a tax strategy in order, and getting your retirement strategy right. Too many real estate agents, no retirement strategy. And we're making a lot of money right now, so we got to be thinking about that. We talked about organizing yourself for success, your car, your office. Should fix my tie a little bit with my dress, right? Tie, your car, your office, dressing. How to use Google Drive for success. That's a tool we use at our company, but if you don't use it, you can use it in any company. Google Drive is one of the best products out there. How to use Dotloop or DocuSign for success the right way. How to choose and set up the proper content management system or CRM. How to set up and use MLS properly the right way, which so few agents are doing the right way. How to set up your phone for success, to get all the tools and gadgets so you can absolutely do everything on the road. You could do offers, you could market, you could do it all, but you got to set it up the right way. Then we talked about database setup and reconnection. So getting your database in order. 90% of real estate agents don't really even have a database. So we talk about how do you get it in order? How do you export it? How do you clean it? How do you find the numbers, the emails, the addresses for your database? How do you do all that? How do you send out a reconnect message? How do you create a birthday program for your clients? How do you send out an anniversary and what should it be? And then how and what do you mail to your database? Okay. We We talk about pushing content to your database, some videos, some not, depends, but how do you do it and what's effective to do that the right way? We then went into talking about setting up your client on saved searches and market reports, every single one of them in your database. We talk about how to include your family, exactly what to do to grow your database by leveraging them. All right. We went through Classroom 4, which was a 5-part series of call prospecting for success, getting your calls in order for a 12-month period of time. So you're ready to go for the year. You don't have to every day try to figure out who you're going to call. Creating the call list for the year and knowing who to call and make sure you're calling the right people. Learning the call scripts. So getting the scripts, learning the scripts so you know what to say when you're on the call with a prospective buyer, seller, renter, whatever it is you're doing. How to keep track and measure your performance for the year. Like I could tell you year to date, this is how many calls I made, this is how many contacts, this is how many voicemail messages, this is how many no calls. How do you do that and do it the right way? Hiring somebody to work for you, a call a remote worker or an inside salesperson to make calls for you. This is not going to be for everybody. This is somebody that's got to be making enough money, a significant income to get there. It's like next level, but there's some of you who are more advanced. You're at that 10 million plus stage and we're trying to get you to the next level. I teach you how to do that and build I don't want to call it a team in the ordinary sense, but who do you have to hire to help you as an agent? And then how can you leverage some of the partners you have in the deal to make you more productive so you can do more deals? Classroom 5, we went through seller lead generation. Everybody wants to know, how do you get sellers? How do you sell a couple hundred homes a year as an agent? There's a lot of ways, but knowing how to do it helps. Buying a likely home seller list, sending them direct mail so that they know. Hold on one sec. Let me just check here. So with a couple people, make sure they get in. Okay. Sending them direct mail, hiring a call assistant and prospect the list. A little different than hiring an ISA. This is exactly teaching them how to prospect, what to do, using a dialer or some type of call system to call. Could be a database CRM that you call in the back end, but we want some system in place so that calling is made easy and we can track and monitor it. How do you do Facebook ads effectively so sellers respond to you? How do you do outbound cold email so sellers reply to you as well? These are some of the things we covered in Classroom 5. So a lot of data you guys are getting. Class 6, how do you create better videos or blog items? Listen, I get it. Not everybody wants to be on camera. I'm on camera right now. For those of you who don't, you don't have to be. This is a game of SEO. It's a game of email marketing. It's a game of social media, and you got to pick what you're comfortable with. If you're not comfortable behind the camera, don't be. But you can do things without being behind the camera to create better blogging items to engage your client base. Look at when you read the newspaper. When you read an article, you're not looking at somebody's photo per se. You're reading something that's of interest to you. You could do the same thing with your own blog. Create interesting content and people will read it. It'll help you in a lot of ways. So we talk about writing effective scripts, blog scripts, video scripts, whatever it is that you're writing, how to do that, how to shoot or draft the blog better. We talked about that at length. We talked about optimizing your videos and blogs so they get found. Like, how do you do it the right way? A lot of people out there are just wasting their time. We teach you how to do it the right way. And then we went into Classroom 7 about database marketing plan. How do you build a blog or a video blog that creates leads? How do you send an email or a video email that gets opened and clicked? How do you advertise the video properly? How to mail a monthly letter to your database, like step by step. How does that look and how do you do that? Then in Classroom 8, we talked about lead generation offers. How do you spike buyer and seller leads off your current sphere or list? How to pack sellers or buyers into workshops. And this one, we went into sellers, and then we did a special one where we went into buyers. How to find and hire recruits in your database if you're looking to hire up somebody for your staff or team, and then hire an appointment setter to call your database. This is somebody that's not an inside salesperson, but somebody that would be an outside salesperson. Okay, somebody that's a contract worker, temporary. Classroom 9, listing for success. How to have an awesome and successful listing appointment. How to create a powerful listing process. And now here we are, Classroom 10, and we're going to be at Classroom 11 soon enough. And this here, we talk about crushing the buyer process. We talked about setting standards for working with buyers. We went over that last week, even though we're a little ahead of schedule here. And today I'm going to talk to you about how to get more buyers, okay? Specifically, you need a plan and a process in place if you're going to get more buyers. It's not just going to happen by you sitting in your office or sitting at your home by your phone and waiting. Because listen, gang, there isn't anybody in the world right now that's waiting or thinking about you selling their home. It just doesn't happen that way. It happens because you're in the field, you're doing business, you're getting referral, you're getting into opportunity. So depending on where you are in your career, if you're just starting out, if you're a seasoned veteran, if you're at the top of the pinnacle of the game, you have to be doing something consistently and repetitively to make this business happen. So the first thing, open houses. There was a time in our industry where there were coaches and there were, a lot in the industry. Even I subscribed to this for a period of time where open houses were not a good use of an agent's time. But I think we learned a lot more when we got click to pay advertising in the real estate game. And then we realized how expensive a lead is. It's not uncommon for you to get a lead off of a third-party site that you pay into, and you're paying $150 for the call. Now think about that for a second. That $150 call, they could have an agent or they could not have an agent, right? They could be pre-qualified or they could not be pre-qualified. And so they're basically just getting you in front of people that may want to buy. There's some motivation there because they're looking at real estate, but isn't that really what an open house is? If you go to an open house today, who is showing up at the open houses? Buyers. If 20 people show up to an open house, at one open house and you're there, even if they have an agent, if you pay on a third-party site to meet those 20 people, just knowing that they were in the market, you would be paying $20 times 150. I want you to think about that. Right now, when you get a lead to a third-party site, whether they have an agent or not, and yeah, they'll tell you they don't have agents, but most of the time you find out they do, you paid $150 for that call. And so if you wanted to be aggressive and do multi-open houses on one day, so you do one at 10 to 12, 10 to 11:30, 12 to 1:30, 2 to 3:30. You could do 3 open houses, 2 days a week, right? Saturday and Sunday. And then at 2 days a week, we have 6. Let's just say you get 10 people average per open house. Times 6, you had 60 people walk through the door. Now listen, I know, Chris, they have agents or they're not serious or they're not pre-qualified. Here's the difference. When you get that call from a third-party site that you paid $150 for, you don't get to see the person. You don't get any live face-to-face interaction to really assess, the full component of a person. You're just hearing that voice and you're going through your standard questions. When you're at the open house, one, it doesn't cost you anything.